Hey, hello and welcome to PowerDrift. That is the KTM RC200 and this of course is the Yamaha R15 V4. Orange, blue, Austrian, Japanese, 25 PS, roughly 1920 PS. But the point is they're both made in India. They are serious sports bikes. Take it to a nearby racetrack and they'll make you feel like your favorite racer. But the point is, that's only a small percentage of what you'd actually do with these motorcycles. So today, we'll figure out which of these motorcycles is better in the city.
अरे अजय देवगन के बच्चे, तू दोनों मोटरसाइकिल खुद चलाएगा क्या? Would you like me to help?
Only on one condition.
Condition?
हाँ, बोलो जुबा केसरी.
So when you're riding in the city, back to back with the R15, you'll be surprised, but you'll think that the RC200 has a lot more torque. What that means to you is that you'll make fewer gear changes, you'll pass traffic more easily, it just feels better in that way. Where the R15 is better than this one is primarily vibration. Not that this thing is outrageously vibey, it's just that it's Japan versus Europe, you know. This motorcycle just vibrates a little bit extra. But once the road opens up and you can get this motorcycle to get past about 6,000, 7,000 RPM, that's when the extra 5 bhp comes into play, and then of course the R15 just cannot keep up. And the RC is just singing at those revs. Very hard to do in the city, I know, but when you can do it,
Shumi is absolutely spot on. But here's the thing, this is a city review, and how many times are you actually going to see those numbers, those high numbers in the city? Not a lot, right? So in that sense, in the city, both of them are close but not close. What I really like about the R15 is the refinement. Japanese engine, Japanese technology, you cannot go wrong with that. But what I don't like about it is the fact that all the parts being made, the asli fun is being made in the later half of the rev range. And while that is not a bad thing, it's not the best thing either if you want to enjoy the motorcycle in the city. So I think between the two motorcycles in the city, the RC200 feels a lot more lively, but the R15 is not far behind.
No coffee.
I was thinking, ergonomically, if you think about it, the RCs began in a place where the handlebars were really low, the seat was really hard. It was not even a flat seat, it was sort of curved like this.
Correct.
So they were sports bikes in the sense, but they were really uncomfortable sports bikes. Right?
I agree.
From there to the current RC, there is such a great difference, right? It doesn't feel that committed anymore. It doesn't feel that raw anymore. The seat is now flat and that material that they used is higher quality. It just feels so much nicer because of it.
Yeah.
It feels easier to ride because of it.
Yep.
And in the city, I think if somebody were to borrow an old RC
Yeah.
and then a new RC,
World of a difference.
you would think it was a world of a difference.
Yeah,
Has the R15 changed?
Not dramatically as much as maybe the RC200. It's still the small sports bike that it's always been. My only problem is that for people like me, little on the taller side, the R15 feels a little compact. It's not a bad thing, but it just feels like a small motorcycle. At the end of the day, if I have to compare the RC and the R15, I think in today's day and age, the R15 is the more committed motorcycle.
Sure.
Maybe in the city, the RC200 is a better motorcycle to ride. But which one will you choose for touring?
Touring. Hold on to that thought. Two oils, right? Oils, internal friction, protection, lubrication, correct? But there are two flavors here that we're talking about, okay?
Okay.
The red one is the Shell Advanced Spa, and the Shell Advanced Spa's job is to maximize the power protection,
Okay.
performance of your motorcycle. And the blue one is the Shell Advanced Long Ride.
Acha.
And the idea is protect the engine over a sustained duration of performance,
मतलब endurance.
endurance.
But कहना क्या चाहते हो?
Two oils, two flavors,
हाँ.
two motorcycles, two flavors.
Okay.
दोनों में फर्क टूर पे बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं होने वाला है. Okay? To me, biggest thing will be RC में space is a little bit more, so your
Correct.
luggage and you will sit a little bit more comfortably.
Comfortably, yeah.
But if you look at the handlebar position or the foot peg position, 19-20 का फर्क है. If you get the 19, by which I imply the lower handlebar, you'll be slightly more uncomfortable.
Correct.
If you get the 20, slightly higher handlebar, you'll be slightly more comfortable, right? But I can't say that if you had an R15 and didn't have an RC200, you can't tour, or the other way around.
Correct.
So to me, there is a very slight difference in how they would tour. But if you have a motorcycle, in this case the R15 or the RC200, you can tour.
By the way, ये बड़ा convenient है. Shell petrol pump, Shell station. You've got two oils, and these oils can actually you can actually change oils at a Shell bunk, and that too at free of cost. You don't have to pay anything.
Subtle. Subtle, bro.
So we've ridden both these motorcycles in the city. Why do you like the RC, and what are the strong points in the city?
I'm surprised at how grown up this RC feels compared to the last one.
Yeah.
So the last one wanted to be an all-out sports bike. They haven't lost that. This is still an all-out sports bike, but it's sophisticated. It's got actual ride quality, and in this comparison, it's got a lot more torque early on. So you make fewer gear changes and you get through traffic faster.
Okay.
You never get the sense that it's not a sports bike anymore. It always is looking for the next corner, but you're not suffering up to that corner so much.
Correct.
It's a sports bike. It's not like a normal upright. That much suffering is there, but I tell you, both of these bikes, I love the bike you're on too.
Yeah.
But this is just above, and I see clearly why you pay 40,000 rupees extra for the RC.
You spoke of changes on the RC200. I think the changes for the R15 over the years have mostly been aesthetic, except for the introduction of the VBA and how it. The problem with the aura of the R15 is that when you really want to enjoy it, you have to be on the gas, because in the second part of the rev range is when you actually feel the R15 coming to life.
Correct.
That throughout the rev range feels like a lot easier to ride in the city.
Yep.
But I shouldn't forget that this is such a compact,
Yes.
small, fun motorcycle. So you want to go through traffic, you'll be like, let's do it one more time. You go through that and be like, okay, I'm ready to do more. So in that sense, because of the nature of this, because of the size of the motorcycle and how compact it is, I think this is a really fun motorcycle to ride. But I quite enjoy that too.
So I think the biggest difference between these two motorcycles, and they are both very, very good in the city,
Yeah,
is
they are
that
both.
it's a little bit easier to ride the RC, and the RC feels like a slightly grown-up sports bike.
Absolutely.
And the R15 feels like a toy, and I mean that in the best sense of the word. It's like your favorite toy in your cupboard.
100%.
It feels like that. It goes really well, and it's comfortable enough. Neither of these two bikes will make you suffer outrageously as sports bikes go, because they're small, they're light, then they do the work.
Correct.
What you pay extra for the RC, you will feel.
Yeah.
Ride quality, sophistication, little bit better on the meters and stuff. But I'm telling you, you pick either of these two motorcycles, you have my respect. But there's one thing that Varun can't do on his bike, which I can.
And what is that?
Balle, balle, shawa, shawa. His bike doesn't move because his ride quality is much stiffer than mine.
Okay, before we end this, I just wish that the R15 grows up and matches what the R2.
No!
Slightly.
No, I don't want the
it
R15
needs
to grow
more-
up.
It maybe needs a little more power, because we've seen the same engine for so long. Maybe in another 2 years or something, the next generation change, slightly more power.
Okay, okay,
It just
okay.
matches the RC200.
Okay. I don't mind the engine upgrade, but I want that bike to be what it is today.
Yeah, the
A
same
forgiving
flavor.
sports bike,
Same flavor.
a light, compact thing that you can
I
throw
love
around
it.
quite
Yeah,
simply.
yeah.
It's reasonably priced compared to motorcycles like this. I don't want that to change.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. That pretty much brings us to the end of this story. We've clearly told you what we like. Which one do you like? Is it going to be the blue R15 V4 or the orange RC200? And yeah, Shumi's dance comes complimentary in a video when you buy that. Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching.
And if you leave a comment saying अगर मेरे पास 1.7 लाख रुपीस होते तो मैं वो लेता और 2 लाख रुपीस होते तो मैं ये लेता.
2.08, हाँ,
Those
2.10.
guys, बोलो जुबा केसरी bro, take a stand.